basically it's like it's a hint. It's a hint. And now you have to figure out what that means. So one of the things he translated was the fact that you have to discover the method. The method. So you say, well, the method, what do you mean by discovering the method? So initially you start training, right? And you're guided totally by the teachers and the seniors in the dojo, right? And you're hanging on to every word and doing everything. And then as you go up and you become more senior and more skilled and your understanding deepens, now, you know, you may decide to question some things. And you may decide, you know, you're gonna do a move, it looks the same, but it's performed in a different manner, or you're understanding things differently, or maybe, you know, and this is your method. So you have to find the method that works for you. So again, when you're a beginner, you do what the teacher tells you, right? You know, you're training 15 years, you have some experience, now you can ask the teacher. You can say to the teacher, hey, can I show you this and tell me what you think of this? So in the case of Chen Taiji, Hong Jiang Shen, right? That's this guy right here. He trained with him for a very long time. And then he went off and he taught on his own. He had his own students. And then he'd go back and he'd spend maybe a month brushing up with Master Chen Fa Ke. And he maybe said to Chen Fa Ke, you know, so this is how I'm doing the form now. And Chen Fa Ke went, okay, good. Now, does that mean the form looked 100% like Chen Fa Ke's form? No, because now he's training 30 years. He's had Chen Fa Ke's experience, he's had his own, and he's finding his own method. His own method for what? For his body. So, you know, so you try to look like Tatsuo, okay? Okay, right? But again, Tatsuo is this big, you know, he's a small guy, and maybe you'll never, because you're too tall. John Svan, you'll never ever look like an Okinawan, because he's too tall. So again, the art's developed by who? Very small people, right? So they move a certain way, right? And that's the way it is, right? So you have to find that method for you. Well, how can I make my bigger body move that way? So that's what I mean about finding the method. So a lot of times when I'm teaching you this stuff, that's, you know, most people in Ishinru would say is drastically different from the so-called mainstream, right? It's because I've found the method. And it's an interesting method, and I think it's an important method, so now what I try to do is impart that knowledge onto you. And like, you know, hopefully like Rebecca, 25 years from now, I'll still be here, but 25 years from now, Rebecca comes to me and says, Sensei, you know, and she shows me this stuff, and I go, holy crap, Rebecca, fantastic, just keep going. Because that's what you hope. You hope the young people keep going, and at some point, they can actually build on what you taught them. So the key is that's what we should try to do. We build on what we've learned before, but we want to advance it and make it better. And like I say, get to the original meaning, because karate's changed a lot.